Okay, my friends, now we are going to talk about some of the tools down here. We're going to mess with transitions, titles, and I'll show you some of the effects. Like a lot of this stuff you guys can just play with on your own and figure out what exactly it does. We'll start with transitions. Let me first just... not now. So if I go here to transitions, right here, these are 3D motion. If you click this over arrow, you can see, well, that will take you to just others, like it kind of toggles you. So there's map, there's iris, there's dissolve, there's 3D motion. There's all kinds of different ones. If you click the down arrow, this can give you a quick view of the different ones that they have. And to see what they do, you're just going to have to kind of mess with them. So if I go to 3D motion and I go to cube spin, okay, you can click on them and it kind of shows you what it does. Okay, so if I want to use one of them, I just click and drag it, and you have to drag it between two of your video clips. So if I want it between these two clips, I can click there, and now it gives me the option. Do I want to put it on the left clip, the right clip, or in between the clips? And then I can adjust how long. Maybe I want it to be a 2-second deal. I'm going to hit between clips and then click OK. Nothing happens, but when you come over here, you see this light blue deal in your screen here. And so when I come here to hit play, you'll see there's the transition. So it's put that in between my clips for me. Okay, so that's something that's kind of cool. That's the transitions, and that's something that you can mess with. And it's real easy to put between things. You don't want to get too crazy with them because too many transitions, I think, sometimes kind of look stupid. Let's talk about titles. So if I go here to titles and text, okay, it's the same type of deal. These are different. Like this is more of a credit screen, which you guys probably won't have for a trailer. Trailers don't really have credits. I can use these different title screens if I want. Here's some for a music video. I mean, there's all kinds. Popcorn. I mean, you can just kind of scroll through them to look at all of the ones that are in there. If I click this down arrow, I can do entertainment, general, slideshow, happy birthday. I mean, there's all kinds of different ones that you can do. And if I just go to general, okay, generally, that just gives me these kind of basic title screens that you might want for your movie. I mean, some of your title screens you're just going to want to be plain black. And so if I click on this title screen and drag it over here, you'll see here's my title screen. So I can just add text on it now if I want to. So I'm going to choose to do that. And so I'm going to double click on that on my title screen here, and that allows me to get inside here to add my text. So I'm going to backspace, get rid of that, and type in, I don't know, movie. We'll just type in movie, even though it should be probably the title of my movie. Now, how can I adjust this? I can highlight movie, and that's when I can come over here, and if I want to adjust the color of it, I can mess around with that. I can make it green. So, I mean, you guys, I don't need to go into detail with all of this, but you can, kind of mess with that. There's all kinds of different things you can do in here to mess with it, make it look cooler. So I did that little gradient thing, and now you can see there's kind of more color in it. Right now, my font's Adobe Arabic, but I can go in here, and I would suggest you guys do this because you're going to want some of your movie titles I don't know, to maybe look scary or look different. And so I double click on that because that's the font I wanted to use. I can mess with the size here and make it bigger. So that's kind of how you mess with your titles. And a lot of that, guys, and here's some more fonts, some like default fonts. If you guys want to use some of these too. Some of these are kind of cool. But a lot of this, guys, you're just going to kind of mess with and see what you like. So if I decide I like that, it changes it into that. Animation, this will kind of animate your text. I'm not really wanting to do that. shapes. I'm not wanting to mess with shapes either. But so that's how that goes. Now, if I want to move where this is at, I need to click this pointer button right here. So I click that pointer button, and now I can move where this goes. And guys, the cool thing, like I can take this and layer it on top. You see up here where it says video 3? I've put this up on top of this section, and now you see I can layer it over my actual video. So this is video 3. So you can always layer videos on top of each other if that's something that you wanted to try to do. And so that's what I've done here with my text. I've just layered it on top, my title there. So again, you just click that and drag it to be above it, and then that will show through. If I put it below it, if I put it down here on video 1, it's not going to show through. It's kind of like Photoshop. This is the top layer, so that's why that shows through. So if I want this to show through, I need to have it up here on video 3 so that it shows through and it's the top layer. So I showed you transitions, titles, and effects you can kind of mess with. Effects is kind of the same thing. I mean, you click this down arrow, and there's all kinds of different effects that you guys can look at. It's way too much for me to try to teach you and show you. Like this will just blur a clip. So if I want a clip to be blurry, I drag that and put it onto that, and it should make the clip kind of blurry. As you can see, it has done that. It's blurred the clip slightly, and I think you can get in there and adjust how much it blurs if that's something that you're interested in. It's right over here. So do you see how I'm making it blurrier and blurrier the more? So that's kind of cool. That's something that you can do. That's not very difficult, and it can add some powerful effects to your videos by doing some of this blur stuff. And it doesn't have to be blur; it can be any effects. So you can go up here and just kind of mess around with what these different effects are. I don't know what Hollywood Looks does, but horror. So this can just change how your actual video looks and make it look like it was recorded with a different type of film. So do you see how that's changed that to a darker, I guess more orangey type versus this? I mean, that's what it's supposed to look like, and then that's what it ends up looking like. What it ends up looking like when you put the effect on it. So that's kind of cool. Deep copper. I mean, that's probably going to give it a kind of the same type feel, only so it changes slightly, almost like it's black and white, even though it's not. So anyway, that's effects. You can mess with that. I don't know what like I said, I don't know what all these do either. I'm just clicking on them and dragging them just to kind of see what they do. And there's graphics. If you go to graphics, you can go to graphics, and there's like animated objects, and so I had pulled in this face. You can pull in these animated objects if you want. These aren't going to make your trailers that great, so I wouldn't really use these that much, but it could be something you could do for like a title screen or a intro screen or something like that to your movie production. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. If you run into trouble with any of these things, come up and ask me. We'll get it all figured out. Later.